Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Have you ever stared at something and just tried to talk yourself into it? I used to play puzzles. I hate puzzles. I am like the opposite. This game is great for my attention span and my passion and everything else, but puzzle-wise, it's the opposite. This is a video game. Video games are fun, interactive things to stimulate your brain and give you some percent of dopamine, some level of dopamine. This puzzle analogy is the opposite. You basically return life to like the 1600s. But puzzles are frustrating to me because sometimes you think a piece is going to be a perfect fit and you try to jam it in. There's like a SpongeBob episode about this. And it just doesn't work. And you can force it in, but it's not the right piece. So either way, it's not going to work. This piggy bank is a puzzle that I want to embrace. I want to stare at it and I want to keep staring at it. And I want to eventually say, this is going to be great. But the problem is, it's twice as much as it should be. Because 300 units for $10 is barely a 25 unit value from what it normally is at retail price. But it gets worse. If we leave this screen for a second and we go to the Kabam website where you spend $10 and you're used to getting 3,410 units is how many you would get for spending $100 on this website on a non-piggy bank day. $10 worth of units gets you 310 units. You get 10 more units by not buying the piggy bank, and you get them all at once, and you don't have to obviously worry about purchase limits or anything else that's restricted in the in-game store normally. And you get the market points, which if you're like me and you've already spent $100 for the early access bundle this week or on something else, you already have 5 of the 10 market points rewards. I'm on step 5 of 10. It's sort of like a weird program. And I think $200 is sort of like the goal that they want people to spend every week to get that. $200 is the number that they've picked out. I think for most people that's way too much because that's $800 without taxes and other fees, and that's $200 American dollars. It's way more for people watching this in other countries, and there are several people, shout out, are my non-American viewers who unfortunately have to pay way more than $100 American in their currency, like India, Australia, you name it. Canada, where this Kabam headquarters is. So this is not even a unit offer. Now, if it was $5, it would be. But it's $10. And so this is now the main value of this. A level 2 team revive. Now, if you don't have them already, if you need to put them in your inventory to restock, mine you can see are already in my inventory overflow, well, then that becomes a better deal if you purchase those usually with units. But at the same time, do you use cash for that? Or do you use units that you accumulate over time in the game? Because remember, when you go to that potion store, like, y'all, I just gotta lay it on thick. How many people are routinely spending, in terms of units, for that team revive, 100 units? I've never once done that. Because if I'm going to spend 100 units, I'd also most likely put it into Hercules and get 2.5 level 2 revives for that price instead of the team revive. In fact, Nick Fury, for his bonus utility, I usually like to leave him knocked out. So, I don't think about that. And yes, energy refills are nice, and there are 5 of them. But I have 21 in my overflow. So, instead of giving us bonus energy refills and even bonus team revives and where it starts a bonus health potion. Really, what if this was a single revive? Forget health potions. What if this was just a 40% revive? What is a level 2 revive? And you got a level 2 revive, an energy refill, a level 2 team revive. That's still a much better value for 300 units, or with 300 units for $10. But in general, the unit value is actually worse just just for strictly units, and some people might be thinking about purchasing this to refill their units from Omega Day sales. This is not a good deal for units. This isn't a decent deal for everything else, but if you're just looking for units, this should have been $5. And Kabam, you can't tell me that the economy of the game would die if you made 3,000 units for $50 a thing with bonus items. I don't think it would at all, but they clearly think it would just be too generous. Kabam had a chance to make this amazing, and they failed. They failed because they priced it too high. This is a D plus to C minus value at $10. This is an A minus to A plus value at $5. That's the difference. But they have been reluctant to do that because they want to make the most money. What I keep telling them is, you know how many more people would buy this if it was $5? This is the same price as the unit card, the only daily card that I've bought in the last couple months, because the Valiant ones have been, to me, average trash. So I voted where my money was and didn't buy it. And there are people out there who'll be like, Prof, grade something a D plus, and then buys it. Nope, I only buy it if it's a C or higher. If it's average and I need it, it's above average for demand for my account. But I'm not buying this. But I would at $5. There have to be so many people out there who are the same way. Kabam, you had a chance to do something amazing, and you got greedy. Kabam greed made this a much worse offer. That's my takeaway.